another video. Wanted to talk about the NFL games yesterday. We went 4-1 yesterday in the NFL. Start with the first one here. The Eagles, Cleveland Brown at the Eagles yesterday. We had the Philadelphia Eagles. Um, Eagles over the Browns. Robert Griffin was the quarterback for the Browns in the last win the Eagles had against them, against the Browns, which was 29-10 back in September 11th. 2016. Uh, Here's the game, and here's the stats from that game. Robert Griffin. Uh, but anyway, Griffin was born on Abraham Lincoln's birthday. Uh, the two of them shared the same birth date. Of course, the Eagles play at Lincoln Financial Field. But here's Griffin's birthday, February 12th, 1990, and then Lincoln was February 12th, 1809. Uh, and yesterday also you put Robert Griffin's birth date into the calculator, and the Griffin was 1,089 weeks old yesterday, and 33 times 33 is 1,089. Cleveland equals 33. A lot of games with the Cleveland Browns. There's 33s involved in a lot of their games. There's always a 33 connection with that team, and yesterday was no different with the 33 times 33 equaling 81809, and even even Abraham Lincoln was born in 1809 as well for another 189. But anyway, we'll keep going here. Yesterday, Cleveland got their 561st loss, and 561 is the 33rd triangular number. Add up the numbers from 1 to 33, you get 561, and they got their 561st loss. Now, they could have got their 561st win as well, but the way this was working out yesterday with the decode, there was no way the Browns were winning this game. Because it was Brian Dawkins' birthday yesterday as well. Brian Dawkins is a former Eagle, one of the great players for the Eagles back in the day. And he wore number 20 as well, which is interesting because yesterday the Eagles scored 20 points in the game. It was 20-16. And the Cleveland area code is also 216-216. You take the zero out of the scoreline, it's 216, just like the Cleveland area code. But Brian Dawkins' nickname was Weapon X. Wolverine, Hugh Jackman played Weapon X in the movie X-Men Apocalypse. And Hugh Jackman's birthday was on Saturday, while Dawkins was on Sunday. And yesterday, here's Hugh Jackman here, October 12th, 1968. He was 56 years, 1 day old yesterday as well, for another 561. And the 33rd triangular number, 561, the Browns got their 561st loss yesterday. So that was a pretty straightforward one there. The Steelers versus the Raiders. This was an interesting one as well. We went with the Tomb Raider movie with the Las Vegas Raiders. Tomb Raider, it was 2,403 days since the movie Tomb Raider was released, and the Pittsburgh Steelers equals 243 twice. Here also, March 16th is also the day Vegas was incorporated. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. But yeah, here's the date of the movie release, March 16th, and 2,403 days. Pittsburgh Steelers, 243 in ordinal and reverse, both ciphers. Here's the star of the movie was Alicia Vikander. She played Lara Croft, and her name added up to 119. And it was 1 year, 19 days since the Steelers' last win over the Raiders. And the Raiders had in Aidan O'Connell yesterday for his first game of the season, I believe. And his name also 119. So I wonder if that's the reason he was playing yesterday to match up with the decode. Here's the Tomb Raider poster. Alicia Vikander as Laura Croft. And Alicia Vikander, she was born in 10-3. Steelers equals 103. And here's the Tomb Raider released on March 16th, and Las Vegas was incorporated on March 16th as well, 1911, which is what, 107 years, I believe, difference there. So a nice decode there for the Steelers to win that game. The Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Yesterday, Andy Dalton was 13,500 days old, and the other Bryce Young, or the other quarterback for the Panthers, Bryce Young, who was the quarterback when the last time the Falcons beat the Panthers, his name adds up to 135 twice again. Dalton, 13,500 days old. And yeah, Young was the quarterback in the last loss by the Panthers to the Falcons, which was September 10th, 23. Here is the stats and the numbers here. Bryce Young. Bryce Young was also born on July 25th of July, 25/7. Panthers got their 257th loss yesterday as well. And for a little more cherry on the pie here, Andrew Gregory Dalton, which is Andy Dalton's full name, 287. And Sunday was the 287th day of the year as well. I think here is the Lions and the Cowboys. The Lions won this one easily yesterday. Dak Prescott, the QB for the Cowboys. George Bush's grandfather is Prescott Sheldon Bush Sr., which equaled 287, just like yesterday was the 287th day of the year. Here's George Bush's grandfathers, George W. Bush, Prescott Bush, and Marvin Pierce. Here's the gematria for Preston Sheldon Bush Sr., 287, just like yesterday was the 287th day. Also, Jared Goff, he was born on the 287th day, but he wasn't born on a leap year. His birthday's actually today, Monday, the day after the game, October 14th, which is 287th day in a regular year, not a leap year. So he kind of lined up yesterday as well. Jared Goff is the Lions quarterback. Here's October 14th, the 287th day. Prescott also yesterday was 11,400 days old. And Jared Goff, born on 10/14. See the way they line up? Like, they probably knew that Prescott would be this amount of days old, so they tried to think, oh, who can we line up to play the Cowboys that day? Oh, yes, the Lions, because Jared Goff is 10/14, and they went with the Lions. That's how they probably did the schedule. But anyway, Prescott was born July 29th, 1993 here. And just to clarify it here, 114, 11,400 days old yesterday. The last win by the Lions over the Cowboys was on 10/27, and it was Prescott's 127th game yesterday. Funnily, too, the scoreline in that last game was 31-30, and the Detroit area code is 313. You take the 0 out, it's 313. But here's verification that Prescott had his 127th game yesterday. He had 126 going into it. And the last time the Lions beat the Cowboys, the Lions quarterback was Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford was the quarterback for the Lions. And his full name is John Matthew Stafford. Of course, it's 287 again, just like yesterday was the 287th day. And Stafford also was 440 months, 7 days. And the Cowboys got their 447th loss. So Stafford had a bit to do with this yesterday, too. Here's Stafford's birthday, 2788. And 440 months, 7 days. And the Cowboys had 446 losses going into yesterday, but they got their 447th yesterday. So I think that's all the games. Yep, that's all the games. So we went 4-1 yesterday in the NFL. If you want to sign up for the Patreon, the link is in the description. Please like, share, comment, and I'll talk to you guys later.